will be stuck adjusting, reacting to their rotations. The last pick for EVOS Legends here will really tell how exactly they intend to play the map. If they have Cho in the jungle, that's a lot of gank potential that Rebellion, it might be too much for them to deal with.
There's just a whole lot of flex when it comes to EVOS Legends,
Yes.
right? Benedetta, Julian, Cho, all flex picks right now. Still, to seal the deal, we're going to have to see what EVOS Legends go for right now. They go for, yes, I told you, the
Wow.
Fanny.
Both.
It's all setting up for it. Ruby, Phobia, sure. It could also set up the Benedetta, but together, there's just a lot of dashes, a lot of mobility. And this is a pretty dangerous composition. I think Taz was the one who was given the Fanny. So, we've seen his Fanny before. He has not disappointed.
Well, Sutsujin will be playing the Julian in the mid lane if Taz goes into the jungle. And it's a great pick because he's played this hero in the jungle, so the mechanics are not that much different. Will he be able to actually have the same kind of impact? We'll have to see right now, but it's definitely a very intelligent draft coming in from the side of EVOS. And Rebellion, they have a huge problem on their hands. They are against a Benedetta, a Cho, a Fanny, and they have 3 late-game heroes. Will they be able to survive? We have to just wait and find out.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, type it in the chat right now. Hashtag EVOSRoar or hashtag Dream Rebellion as we jump into the final match of the day. Week 6, day number 2, the Battle of the Blues. Rebellion Zion and EVOS Legends.
We can see that straight up, Fearless is going to be the one playing the Paquito, and I think that is a more safe route, especially realizing that the opposing jungler is the Fanny. He is going to have a little bit more control as compared to someone like the Esmeralda.
We talked about the Lunox actually having a lot of pressure at level 1, but Sutsujin already on that level 2 power spike, immobilized on Suelo, and Taz already making moves here with Janarko forced to flicker away. That's a lot of danger in the hands of EVOS Legends.
And it's a very different Fanny, right? Usually, back in the day, when we did see Taz play the Fanny, he was on the Festival of Blood, and I believe the High and Dry. Now it's Demon Slayer, so you can expect more invades and more objective-oriented plays from this Fanny.
With Janarko, though, already waiting for an opportunity. Dreams, he's still there and trying to make sure that he has that impact, but I think Julian will be the one they rely on to try and make those rotations happen. Right now, Taz still just clearing and looking at the talent prediction by X. Pulung, Mr. Pulung on the Indonesian desk is the only one siding with Rebellion. So if he is right, that's a great feat.
Always the odd one out, just always. So coming back into the game, we can see that the level of aggression from Wijanarko isn't as able to be implemented in this game. He is gonna be able to receive a lot of damage, especially from Sutsujin here, already dealing a lot of damage compared to Suelo, who needs a little bit more time to scale. And with the choice of emblem as well, it's gonna take a little bit more time compared to if he picked up the mystery shop.
Ooh, Taz just stole away the gold buff from Dyron, and Sutsujin here is still backing away. And I'm really curious to see how the matchup plays out between Sidecards and Dyron, because it's a matchup we don't see too often. Vendetta against the Esmeralda. I think in theory, Esmeralda has an edge here, and so Rebellion, with that pressure from the lanes, they just go for the turtle.
Electro final blow, Psychots will be able to dish out the damage on towards the turtle, helping Fearless pick it up, but look at Taz comes in. Fearless still able to find the retribution as Taz goes in for a kill onto Fearless. Dyron in the back line, finding the kill onto Dreams. Taz wasn't able to look for any more, and again, perhaps miscommunication there. Psychots kind of helped leash the turtle.
Exactly. We would think that he would wait a bit longer. Perhaps he forgot that Sutsujin was not in the jungle. He was in the area, but he is not a member with the Retribution. Taz has that responsibility. In contrast, though, Fearless, he does have the high-end dry, so if they meet up in the jungle, Fearless has a chance to just, I guess, replicate what Max was able to do earlier. And we've seen that Paquito, with the right items, definitely can match Fanny in terms of burst damage. So both teams really need to be careful here. I think the enabling, the crowd control that enables them will be what decides who gets the engagement, right? If it's a Iron Hook into a full combo, Rebellion Zion can get a pick-off, but if they get comboed and Dreams is able to locate a massive Way of the Dragon, I think Rebellion will be in trouble.
I think the follow-up is also going to be very important, because even if the Franco lands that hook, the response is not going to be as dynamic as EVOS Legends, who has Sutsujin in that middle lane. And remember, even if Fearless goes head-to-head in those neutral objectives, he does have sources of CC with his skills that will render Taz a little bit unstable when it comes down to it.
EVOS right now with the happy feet, still making sure that Wijanarko has not landed a quote-unquote value hook just yet. But of course, the longer the game goes, the more dangerous that prospect will be. Aside from having more objectives, longer death timers, there's going to be a lot more burst damage available for Rebellion to capitalize on a landed Iron Hook as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough for EVOS Legends, right? Because with their style of composition here, heavy emphasis on early game dominance. If they're not able to find that early game, it's going to be tough for them. Again, Wijanarko goes in for Bloody Hunt, punishing Taz. Going in for the hook on to Taz. Sway Low going to go for the Chaos Order, and that's going to be Sutsujin actually jumping in as well. Not going to help them out though. Dream's going to fall. Sway Low taken down, traded in for Dreams. Sutsujin unable to deal more damage, but again, EVOS Legends, it's 1-for-1. It's worth it for them now because it was a mid laner traded in for a roamer. But if the game goes like this and Lunox and Claude are able to scale,
It's GG.
it's GG.
It is. It's GG. Rebellion Zion, even though they don't have that early game comp, they are leading with 1,000 gold. And Wijanarko, quite a good Franco player. He was able to get that Bloody Hunt and the follow-up with the hook as well with the flicker combo. So very scary. You can see the, of course, the impression that it can make, but here Highs might be caught in a bad situation.
Dreams jumping in, Highs with the sprint, still able to run away, but Taz comes in with the cables. Clover picks up the kill. They're looking for the turret up top, trading it for the turtle down below. EVOS Legends finally finding a trade in favor of them.
Their catch-up for the gold difference, it's only 600 right now, but of course, EVOS Legends here, you would expect a bit more aggression, but Taz is on the Demon Slayer, so maybe taking it slow is exactly what they want. Electric War finished for Clover. He will have a lot of damage, even to the tankier members on the side of Rebellion. And of course, Sutsujin, with a lot of sustain, he'll be able to stay in the fights much longer with this concentrated energy completed. Is this a tank Fanny from Taz?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, right?
I just realized.
Essence, Dreadnought armor on this Fanny. The only other time we've seen this was High when he picked up the Fanny.
Utility. He's going for utility, and that was kind of evident with the choice of emblem that he had, but here it is going to be difficult. Oh, but the Bloody Hunt!
Comes in, Fearless knocks him out. Sutsujin trying to look for compensation, unable to find it though. Taz, with the base damage, is able to put in a lot over to Dyron, picking up a kill. As Rebellion look for a trade up top. Highs wants to go for this turret here. They need to get some map pressure back.
I guess it makes sense right now for the side of EVOS Legends. They put Psychots on an aggressive hero, not essentially tanky, but they compensate for the lack of a front line using a tank Fanny. So now, if they want to go for a gank in the bottom side, Dyron can still get taken out because Psychots is able to provide the necessary damage that Taz doesn't have with that build. Ooh, what of the dragon?
With the way the dragon bringing Wijanarko back, Taz comes into the fray. Clover picks up the kill, and Taz, again, just styling there with the cables. He finishes off an anti-Quiris. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Sutsujin was taken low. Highs is looking for that kill. He might actually be looking for a turret. Taz, without the purple buff, jumps in onto Highs. No damage as of right now as Fearless jumps in deep onto Sutsujin. Blazing Duet coming in from Highs, zoning the members away for them to take the turret. Dreams, though, concealed. Trying to go for that Jikundo. Good defense onto the mid lane, whilst Clover just takes that top side.
Remember, this is exactly what EVOS Legends want to do. They want to go for not too aggressive plays, but oh, Clover.
See ya. He's going to fall here. Knockout strike and the jab, sealing his fate.
Wow. Both teams are just trading right now, but keep in mind the late game potential for Rebellion Zion is a lot better. As we mentioned, the Iron Hook already being a lot more, a lot more impactful later on, the longer the game goes. EVOS Legends, I wonder if they have a plan here, because especially because the Fanny is also going tank. In the late game, he won't be doing as much damage. Highs now picked up the Golden Staff as well, so Rebellion Zion, they're still happy to go and have these trades back and forth with EVOS Legends.
They have to be careful though, because EVOS Legends, you can see that they're starting to rush things out. There is going to be elements of mistakes perhaps that Rebellion Zion can capitalize on. And if we take a look at the damage dealt, it is still Dyron with the most damage, as well as Taz. Even though he's building tank, he is still able to dish out that damage.
Way the dragon, locking Dyron in place. Clover comes in with a stun as well. Sway low though with a flicker over to Dreams, dealing the damage. Falling Soundwood comes in. Clover gonna get chunked and taken down. Taz looking for the invade onto the orange buff. Dyron trying to deny it. Taz gets it. Fearless though goes in under there in the bottom side. Psychots gets slain. Highs is massive. Sunsujin can't deal with the DPS. And there you go, the recalls. Rebellion feeling the swag as they hit their power spikes one by one.
4 members taken down just like that. It only took a single moment for them to come back on top. And you can see that Highs, even though he was taken down once, he's still able to be at that top of the chart with the most players gold. You can already feel the damage, the pressure that even Fearless can do. He can roam around the map, 1v1, push the lanes, because he has that high and dry. 1v1 against someone like Taz on the Demon Slayer, it's not going to end well for EVOS Legends.
For EVOS, though, we saw that they were going for the play earlier, but it didn't work out, and it seems like there's a bit of a disconnect, right? Some members staying, some members backing away. They have to work together, man. And I don't know, if they want to grab the advantage here, they can use the app as well, but there you go, Psychots gets taken out just like that. Rebellion Zion playing the map, playing the vision game. Very, very smart.
Wait, did he get hooked? What happened there? Did he dash in and he got Bloody Hunt? Again, that's something that we saw yesterday from Psychots. There were these little mistakes that were made, but right now, Rebellion Zion, like you mentioned, Arashi, just that map control is absolutely brilliant. Lord Slain presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series for free.
For absolutely free, and soon it's going to be such a concern. Look at the items coming in from Rebellion Zion, having the Hunter Strike, Malefic Roar, and the Bloodlust Axe as well. Anyone they get can get bursted down, although Dreams making the play happen here. Wijanarko is the target.
Only on Wijanarko, not a good target, because this is what can happen. High jumps in with a sprint, blazing duet all around. Enhanced Sword coming in. High still able to survive with Fearless taking the kill. EVOS are in shambles. Rebellion Zion looking to now convert onto the objectives, building up a 5,000 gold lead. Toss jumps in with the damage, but he does not have damage. He built tank. It's Rebellion with a massive punish onto EVOS.
You can see the Lord already marching down in that top side. The lane in the top side has already been pushed by Dyron as well. And you're right, complete map control as well as dominance coming in from Rebellion Zion. They were actually able to outmaneuver EVOS Legends in that team fight, really making Taz non-factor. Oh my god!
Janarko! Massive play coming in from the rookie as Taz tries to look for something here in the bottom side, but he won't be able to do anything. Fearless in the mid lane, dealing the damage onto the turret. Taz again just moving back and forth, but he does no damage. Janarko! Again, he gets a random hook onto Sunsujin. Taz again, no damage. Without the minions, they're gonna go for the base. Taz trying to buy the time. Psychots level 11. Look at Taz. He's doing all that he can with the help of Psychots. Psychots with the electric final blow. Taz with the defense. Taz with the kills. With a tank build, he's still trying, but it will all not be worth it. It's a wipeout. Rebellion Zion are able to secure game number 1.
Oh my god, I have goosebumps. Wow, what was that? Rebellion Zion, very dominant display. EVOS Legends, an even better defense. And that was just so beautiful to watch. Watching everything unfold with both of the compositions that they were really sure with. And EVOS Legends, they just couldn't even contest at that stage. Taz on the tank build, utility build, he was unable to get most of the objectives on the board. He wasn't able to split push, he wasn't able to utilize how much of impact that the Fanny can have with that high mobility. Rebellion Zion, wow. I'm just, oh.
I mean, if EVOS were ahead, right, that Fanny will have enough damage to burst through the members and still survive. We've seen the abuse coming in from Assassins with a lot of base damage, and